Okay, so we have our front face of the drum. Now, if you happen to have gotten it all a little bit skew-if, just using this button, click on it, choose isometric, and then get yourself back to the front, or actually let's turn around to the back because that's exactly where we need to be. Now, I'm going to make the first side. So I'm going to click on here. It's highlighted. I don't know if I actually need to do that, but I've done it anyway. I'm going to right click. So I've right clicked on the back of the front face. I'm going to click on new sketch. It's brought up my drawing tools. I'm going to call it, so I've gone over to the little drawing tool here. So I'm going to call it, what is this? This is a right side, I should call it. Right side when I'm sitting on the drum and I'm looking forwards. That's going to be on my right hand side. I'm going to choose the rectangle tool. It's going to vaguely come up to here about right. Draw myself a nice little rectangle. I need to now make it the right sort of width and dimension. So I'm click on my click wheel. Now I'm pushing forwards on my click wheel to zoom in. It's the last time I explained these, hopefully. Now look at this terrible rectangle that I've drawn. That's going to be my side. I actually need this to be aligned to this. So over here, I've got this wonderful little tool called Coincident. So I click on Coincident. I click on that top corner. Now, this corner for you might be over here, it might be over here, might be really close. You might need to zoom in to make sure that it's actually in the right spot. So now I go and try to find this, the point of this corner. Now, if I hover right on that line, it just picks out the line. I kind of need to really carefully with my mouse dance around a little bit, patiently. There we go, I've got it. I click on it. Now I go back up to Coincident, and you can see that it's now located in the correct position. So I'm going to zoom right out, click and drag. Now I'm going to zoom into this little point down here. I want to make sure that it's also, yeah, it looks like it's come straight in at that right point. So it's aligned. My next issue to work out is the width of this rectangle. So I'm just going to click on my dimension tool, click there, shows my dimension, 14.765 mil. That's terrible, it's a debacle. I'm going to have to do something about it. The thickness of the wood that you're going to be using will be 9 mil. So that's 9 millimeters thick. Let me just double check that. Yep, 9 mil, that's what I've ordered. So I'm zooming out, clicking, dragging. Would have been smarter if I just pressed back because it zooms it all to size and space. So this is 9 mil, it's the correct height, it's on aligned with this far edge. Now all I have to do is come over here. See this wonderful little button here? This is going to do great things. Click extrude. So you can see now underneath right side is extrude 2. So I'm going to make sure it's selected to be solid, new. Now I know that I want this to be 200 millimeters. So it's 300 meters tall, and I want it to come out towards me from this, the front face. I want it to come out 200 millimeters. So I've typed in 200 millimeters. I click enter. Now let's have a look when hey, there you go, I've got a side. So if I go isometric, sometimes have to use, I'm a bit of a novice at this particular program, so I use these tools here to sometimes just kind of check what I'm doing and making sure everything's turning up in the right spot. I'm going to click tick, and I'm pretty happy with that. So now I want to start putting on a bit of equipment on the side here. So if I click on right, so I'm looking at the side of my drum. Here's the really thin front face of my drum. In here, there's going to be a little triangle kind of wedge piece of wood, which you'll cut out, probably using the scroll saw. On top of that will be a little beam, which will come out towards you from this side wall, and our little snare, snare. What am I doing? I want to show you what I'm talking about here because I feel like a lunatic. I feel like you've got no idea what I'm talking about. Where's on shape? On shape's not there. Loading, loading, loading. Nearly there. Sorry for the delay. I'm going to go to my right view. You don't need to be doing this. This is just me trying to explain what on earth I'm doing here. So you can see, oh, these are confusing me. Anyway, there's this bit of equipment in here. So this is the front face that's kind of highlighting grey. There's going to be a little triangular wedge here. You can see this little triangular wedge. On top of it will be a beam which goes across. There should really be a wedge in here, but I forgot to do it when I was doing the demo. There's going to be, this is where, underneath the snare drum, there's the wires. We're going to cut one of those in half. So there's going to be the little end of it here. It's going to go zoom up in a little curve and press. The wires will all press against the front face. And that's what will help make the rattle sort of sound, which is a really nice characteristic of the Cajon drum. Let's go back to the one that you and I are assembling right now. Again, I've just got myself confused. I've got no idea what I'm looking at in front of me. It says right there, so I know it's actually the right side. I'm going to click on that isometric, and I see, oh yeah, there's my thin front face. It's grey. This lovely program seems to create different colors for each component, which makes it really a lot easier. You can color them later on. So let's start building those little triangular wedge onto the right face. So I'm going to right click on right face. I'm going to click new sketch. So now I can draw on there. I'm just going to use the line tool. I'm going to get it vaguely lined up about 2/3 of the way down. I'm just estimating this. I'm going to try to line it up on the back edge of the front face. See, will it let me? No, it won't even let me. So it's just going to line up from there. Click. I'm going to come down away. Now you see, it wants to snap to, wants to align things to other lines. You can play with that, but we don't really need to. Click and click, and I've got myself a shape. Let's zoom in. I just want to make sure, is it lined up to all the bits I need it to? Yeah, that's pretty good. So now I'm going to, I forgot to name it. Let's call it wedge. Now I'm going to come across here to extrude because I want to extrude that shape. Let's make sure it's solid, new. How thick is it going to be? Let's say it's going to be 12 mil. Hit enter. Come around. Oh, I always use these the wrong way. So there you can see in the corner of my drum, it's attached to the side face and it's also touching the front face, is my little wedge, which I'm going to then put a beam on. I'm going to stop the video there, I think. We'll start another one in a minute.